Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of lsatdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. Haley writes in, struggling with any improvement.
Yeah, it could be Holly.
Holly, yeah.
Hi, Nathan and Ben. First off, thank you for all of the amazing resources available on the Demon. They have been super helpful so far. I've been using LSAT Demon consistently for about 2 months, and my scores feel all over the place. Well, your scores will be all over the place. Always. It's not one number. The scores are in a range of scores.
Yeah.
When LSAC reports your score, by the way, I mean, they do report your actual score, but then they always put a score band around it. Plus or minus 4 points.
Yep.
So Holly goes on and says, I have not taken many practice tests, although the ones I have taken range from 148 to 155, which isn't even an 8-point range.
That's enough. Well, it is an 8-point range because if you include the 148 and 155.
Inclusive, yeah.
Yeah, but the typical range for LSAT score report is 9 points because you have the score itself and then you have plus or minus
plus
4.
4 and minus 4 and the score. So, okay, so this is exactly perfectly
it's
normal.
1 point. It's actually narrower than the typical LSAT score range.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is she's a 153 plus or minus 4.
Yep.
And that'll be going up as you continue to study, but you'll always have that range.
Yeah.
So anyway, Holly continues, I try to do 1 to 2 full sections a day and a full practice exam on weekends.
Wait, let's just stop right there. That sounds like way too much, especially for your score. You should be focusing on 1 section a day and carefully reviewing and then drilling on the other days.
You're doing way too much volume with way too low of accuracy.
Yeah.
She says, on sections, I sometimes get 60 to 70%, and other days I get in the 50% range. I'm struggling with seeing consistent improvement in my scores. I have recently really homed in on properly reviewing every question I get wrong. I even say out loud to myself why I picked the wrong answer and why I didn't pick the correct one. I feel so discouraged after every section and am worried I won't be able to improve. I registered for the April exam as a trial run as I plan to write it again in June. People keep telling me I'm putting too much pressure on myself, but I really want to succeed at this. What would you suggest? I'm feeling very anxious, like I'm running out of time. I just want to see any consistent improvement. Thanks again for everything. Holly.
First of all, you've only been studying for 2 months, but you're focusing on the wrong metric. You're focusing on the percentage of questions you're getting right in the sections you're doing overall, whereas you should be focusing on the percentage of questions you're getting right that you actually attempt, and you should be attempting way fewer questions. So if you do 5 questions and you get them all right, you got 100% accuracy on those 5 questions at the beginning of the section, and that's a huge victory. That means you're doing it right now. So you don't need to wait until April or June or whatever to finally see progress. It means you made progress right now because you did the test the way you're supposed to do it.
If you only did the first 15 questions in each section and then didn't even fill out your guesses, you're already scoring 153. So that would be 60% completion of the section. But if you did 60% of the section at 100% accuracy, then you would already be scoring at the top of your current range.
Yeah.
But you got to actually count that you're going to get a couple extra questions right just from guessing, right? So I think that what Holly's like intermediate goal should be, I mean, it's always 1 question at a time, right? But just as a thought experiment, Holly, if you did the first 15 in each section and then randomly guessed on everything else, you're going to get 1 out of 5 of your guesses right. First 15 questions, 100% accuracy. Guess on everything else. That's the hard ones anyway. You should get 17 points per section, which is a 157. And you'll have much greater understanding of what you're actually doing. You won't feel stressed.
You'll be making progress, yeah.
Because you'll just see like one question after another. It's like, I am capable of actually solving these questions. And some students just never get that message. We try to get you that message as soon as possible in LSAT Demon. You know, we don't waste your time with a bunch of nonsense about time management strategies, or we're certainly never telling you that like you need to balance your accuracy and your speed. You really need to go all in on just accuracy only.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. There's so many benefits of that. And maybe most importantly, you will feel better about your progress. You'll continue to make more progress because you feel good about the progress you're making.
Yeah.
And I guess it probably will also cut down on variance. Right? I mean, imagine
the variance is already pretty normal. I don't know if that's going to change even if you improve. Yeah.
That's true. That Holly, you actually don't have that much variance. But you probably would have less variance if you just focused on accuracy. You know, your guesses are still going to introduce some randomness.
Yeah.
But if you just solve questions instead of racing the clock, you know, it's so, people think it's like the same, like, oh, well, I did 20 questions.
Yeah.
And I got 15 of them right. That's actually just way worse than doing 15 questions and getting 15 of them right. Thank you for writing in, Holly. Anything else?
Yeah, I do want to talk about this last sentence. I'm feeling very anxious, like I'm running out of time. That strongly suggests that Holly is trying to apply the fall of this upcoming cycle and then running back the clock to now and saying, oh, I have to be ready by April so I can take it again in June and be ready to apply in September.
You should not have registered for the April exam.
Yeah.
You should reschedule right now. Go reschedule that April exam and kick it down the road to June. You're running out of time for that because the April test registration is coming up. We just talked about that on Thinking LSAT. Thursday, February 26th is the registration for the deadline for the April LSAT. And Holly, you can reschedule that for free. I would kick it at least to June. And then your plan is not schedule a test and try to get ready for it. Your plan is get ready for the test. When you're ready, register. Because you're in a prison of your own making here with all that stress and anxiety, right? Even Holly says, people keep telling me I'm putting too much pressure on myself. Yeah, well, we're telling you the same thing. What are you doing? Why did you have this artificial timeline? You can use practice tests as a trial run.
Yeah.
You don't need to register for an official test attempt as any trial run for anything. Just don't take it until you're ready, which, based on what you're reporting here, just does not seem ready for the April test.
Thanks for writing in. Email daily at lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.